All right, enough Liverpool, enough Salah, until maybe after the AFCON. How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gab.
Erling Haaland makes it 23 and 23 in all competitions with 2 goals, and Manchester City win 3-0 away to Crystal Palace. Jules, there's 2 points back, but so we have to take them seriously.
Yeah, of course.
But does it matter that they were second best in this game in both shots and expected goals?
Yeah, I mean, they were just second best, I thought, pretty much through the whole game, certainly in the first half. Palace were great.
Can I give you a stat to support your first half thing?
Yeah.
City had 70% possession and 2 shots.
Yeah, one free kick over the bar.
And the other one, the Holland goal.
Yeah.
Hey, how does that happen?
Yeah, they were just not good. I think they looked tired. There was no Jeremy Doku, who I think sometimes when you're not playing well and you're not maybe on a good day, just give him the ball and he makes something happen. Probably more in a direct way than Cherki and Foden can do, certainly more than Reinders and Bernardo Silva. So I was not too convinced by the way this midfield 4 was structured anyway in the 4-1-4-1. But they find a way. And I think when you can put a ball like this to Erling Haaland's head, then you 1-0 up. And then if from a Palace point of view, to go at the break, a goal down when you've been so good, so better in a way. I know he didn't have much of the ball, but still must be so heartbreaking that I don't think you recover from it anyway. The second half was easier for City. You have to win those games even when you're not the best, when you're not playing that great. They did. And I thought Haaland, again, was just a machine for the little he had really to do.
Three touches in the box, 2 goals.
2 goals. 2 shots on target.
Glasner said Palace played better than they did in the FA Cup final. And I really thought it was a question of moments. Foden, obviously Haaland, Ryan Cherki had his moments too.
Yeah.
I just wonder, the whole control, blah, 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 chances, that's out the window. And I think if the opposition defend and are organized and sit, until Ryan Cherki becomes Kevin De Bruyne, which he might soon, they're not going to create the volume of chances they used to before. But maybe they don't need to. Wild stuff at the Emirates. Jules, Gabriel Jesus makes his first league appearance in more than 11 months and plays a huge part in getting Arsenal a big win over Wolves. Jesus saves.
Yeah, well, he kind of,
Well, if he wasn't there, there's no own goal. So I'm going to give him credit for it.
Yeah, sure. Arsenal's worst performance of the season. I was there. A terrible game of football. I mean, Wolves are a bad team, like one of the worst I've seen in a very long time. Arsenal were not good at all on the night. Just lacked urgency, just lacked everything, basically. And they looked tired and they conceded a very weird, avoidable goal, like they did in the 91st minute or so. And then you thought, okay, they've dropped 2 points. This is really bad. And then they found a way somehow of winning. I think you need to win games like that sometimes to do well and maybe win trophies, etc., etc. But this was pretty bad from them. So good to see Gabriel Jesus back. He was back in midweek in the Champions League too. But let's hope for Arsenal and Arsenal fans and Mikel Arteta and the players that this is like the only time this season that they will play that badly.
This explains why he rested guys in midweek. He obviously saw this stuff coming.
Yeah, but they were still very tired. Hincapié started at left back because he can't play a centre back anymore. The guy that went from playing no games at all to 7 games in 20 days as centre backs. Even against a team like Wolves, he put him at left back because he was not in form enough. But then because of injuries again, he had to move him back. And at the end, they shattered the last 20 minutes or so. So I'm not sure this is a week off for everyone, which I think a lot of managers will welcome and players. But this was quite worrying, I thought. Chelsea rolled past Everton 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. So Gab, why is Maresca so grumpy and talking about the worst 48 hours of his life since joining the club?
I have an idea, but this is a memo to Maresca. Look, I thought you played reasonably well. Everton a tough out. By the way, the guy O'Brien, I was at the game. The guy O'Brien, the guy who was at Lyon last year,
2 years ago.
He's enormous.
Yeah,
I never seen him in person, but he looks like a
back really.
He looks like a tight end in football. But he's got like big arms, big head, and he moves pretty well.
He's a decent player.
But when you go out and you say somebody's not supporting me, this is the worst 48 hours. If you don't want to name them, you have to do it in such a way that everybody understands WTF you're talking about. Here, what is it? Is it the players? Is it the fans? Is it Todd Bowley? Is it Bedard? Is it all these things? And this just leads to more speculation. Some people might feel targeted as a result. I mean, he specified, no, the fans are great. But then again, I don't know. Are you being sarcastic? I don't know. Right? So this is not good communication. And so you do so many things well. You normally communicate well.
Yeah.
This is not one of those examples. Aston Villa come from behind twice away to West Ham as Morgan Rogers bags 2 goals. Second one I thought magnificent.
Yeah,
they win 3-2 and go up to third in the table. 9 wins on the bounce in all competition. 10 wins in their last 11 in the league. Jules, I'm going to come on and say it because you know my thoughts on Unai Emery. He looks like a vampire. This is voodoo. How are they so good?
Yeah, I mean, they're not, if you looked at all the expected
underlying metrics,
underlying metrics, they're not that good. But they certainly are winning all those games. And in this game, they were behind twice, came back every time. They've got a decent squad, so they've got options off the bench. He rotates really well between Europe and the league. And they've got, I think, this amazing momentum and confidence that carries them even when they're not playing well. Like, they didn't play well yesterday at all. But they found a way, and they won again, man.
So Victor Lindelof, he made an appearance yesterday. I remembered who that was. But so obviously in the summer, they brought in 10 players over the summer.
Yeah.
The one who's played the most in the league is Guesson, and he ranks 14th for minutes played. That means he's doing it. He's taking the guys he had before and made them better.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do.
Nottingham Forest destroyed Tottenham 3-0. Gab, another setback for the man with the 2 first names.
Yeah, and I'm getting a little bit tired of this. And you could look at this and you can say, oh, look, individual error from Archie Gray for 1 goal. The other one, Hudson-Odoi didn't mean it. And the third one is an absolute worldie from Sangaré, who, I don't mean it's disrespect for Nottingham Forest in the 2 European Cups, but I think could make any club in England just about better. That said, they were so bad outside of it.
Yeah.
Take the goals out of it. This game finished 0-0. You still laid a really, really big turd on there. And also this time, they also looked so lackadaisical as well. Romero, Kuti, the Warrior, Van de Ven. No, these guys were really, really pushed. You had Spence. He says there's no quick fix. Yeah. And it's kind of ironic when you're playing a team that are on their 3rd manager of the season and have turned it around with a quick fix. So not good from Thomas.
No.
And Nick Voltemade own goal gives Sunderland the edge over Newcastle in the Tyne and Wear derby. Jules, Sunderland aren't going away.
Oh man, it's even the Wear and Tyne derby when he's hosted in Sunderland.
Oh really? They flip it around?
Yeah. Don Hutchinson told me that last week. I didn't know either. First derby in 9 years, or pretty much in 9 years in the league, because they played in the cup in 2024.
And Newcastle housed them, as I
recall. Yeah, and then Sunderland trolled them yesterday with a photo in front of the fans. Obviously, everything you expected from that kind of derby in terms of intensity and physicality. It's just that one team responded better to it. That was Sunderland. Then Newcastle, I was disappointed by their performance overall. And then Voltemade with a great header, but in his own goal. Gab, more than half the Premier League clubs have gambling sponsors on the front of their shirts this season, but they won't be able to do that from next season.
That's right. They voluntarily decided that, no more gambling sponsorships on the front of the shirts. Although, hey, you can keep your, corporate bookmaker partner, and you can keep the sponsorship on the sleeve.
Yeah.
It's just kind of tacky when you see that, 862 or the other one, Man Bet, which reminded me of Grindr, that some people had. Part of the issue here, and I'm not making fun of these bookmakers, is there's this concept called white label, which is bookmakers conform to certain regulations. A lot of these other bookmakers do not. They market solely to certain countries, not the UK.
Right.
They do pay a lot more. And and by the way, they get around a lot of advertising restrictions in their home countries, because if I'm on the front of, Team XYZ shirt, and they show the game on television and people can see my logo and they know who I am, and I don't need to spend on advertising. They voluntarily took the step because they probably figured, rightly so, that the government was going to crack down on this. It's a difficult relationship. They have certain clubs, as we know, and are in the news now, for some links between ownership and betting. I don't know. I know they pay more than traditional sponsors, but by the same token, I think you have to ask, to what degree is this worth it?